Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm getting right into it. I'm starting off with the eyes, and I'm using my e.l.f. primer to prime her eyes, and this is a really good primer because it, cancels out the oils and helps blur the veins on her eyes. And for the first transition color, I'm using the Makeup Geek Shadow Beaches in Cream, and I'm putting it all over her crease. For the next transition shade, I'm taking the shade Creme Brulee, which is also a Makeup Geek shadow, and I'm putting it a little bit lower so it blends into the Beaches in Cream, the first transition color. And I'm also going to be taking it and blending it out on her outer V. To add some definition to her eyes, I'm taking Saddle by MAC and I'm putting it lower than the first two shades. As I get darker and darker with the colors, I go lower and lower. So just adding some definition using this shadow. I'm also being sure to take it and blend it on the outer corners of her eye as well. Now for the darkest shade, I'm taking Cyprus Umber for my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm just putting it on the outer V of her eye to further intensify the socket line. Now I'm taking a clean blending brush from Morphe and I'm blending all of the crease shadows together so there are no harsh lines. For the lid shade, I'm taking the ABH shadow Tempera and putting it all over her lids, but making sure not to cover up the work I did on the outer V. Now I'm moving on to her face, and I'm taking the Maybelline Master Prime and using that to ready her skin. I'm also going to go in and color correct using this green color corrector from Ulta and put it over her few problem areas. As I was working with this product, I realized that it does dry quickly, so if anybody was to use it, I would apply the product and then blend it out instead of applying it all over where the problem areas are and then blending it out. It'll just make for a smoother application. For the foundation, I'm using this one from Neutrogena. It's a Nourishing Longwear foundation, and I'm applying it all over her face with an e.l.f. paddle brush, and then I'm going to be blending it out with a damp beauty blender. For concealer, I started off using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Light, but that was too dark to highlight her skin, so I also went in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Light Ivory, and that really brightened up her under eyes. And then I blended that all out with the Beauty Blender. And to set that concealer, I'm using the e.l.f. translucent powder and just setting all the areas that I applied concealer. Now to add some warmth to her face, I'm taking this bronzer and from Wet n Wild is in the shade Ticket to Brazil, and I'm just bronzing her face. And for contour, I'm using this NYX palette, and I'm taking this cool shade right here and carving out her cheekbones. Now I'm taking this blush that I mentioned in my favorites video. It's from Lancome, and I'm just applying it to her cheekbones to add some nice color to her cheeks. Now before I add highlighter, I'm going to set her face using this e.l.f. Mist and Set. And for the highlighter, I'm using this one from MAC. It's in the shade Soft and Gentle. Now that the face is done, I'm going back to her eyes. I'm using the same transition colors that I used on her crease and putting them on her lower lash line to smoke it out. And then I'm also taking this Maybelline mascara and applying it to her eyelashes. I'm taking this ColourPop lip shade in the color Naughty and applying it to her lips. And this is the finished look, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
If you could just point out which one is what.
Mike is struggling with this.
Hi, America.
Mama.
There wouldn't be much of my ankle. I played sprained nobody. I sprained my ankle. They gave me a cast. Like a, whatever.
You sprained your ankle doing volleyball. That's so mean.
She probably sprained it. Nice. Y'all so ignorant.
Getting up from the bed.
You're so mean. See.
That isn't nice at all. That was the most evil thing. That was the most evil thing I've ever heard you say.
I wouldn't say that. Dang.
I would. Whose lipstick is that? She said it was yours.
I don't know. She darned you up.
Yes. Let me zoom out some. Get out. You're breaking the lens, Lisa.
Shut up.